Lisa.
Ay,
Okay na ba?
Sir Bart, mataruman na.
Today we are going to talk about one Ignatian values, which is cura personalis. So, sir, here's our first question. What do you understand about the Ignatian principle? Were you able to relate this to your work or studies? How?
Okay, first and foremost, cura personalis is as if easier said than done. A lot of people have been telling this all throughout, like in all institutions, that when it comes to practice, they're having a hard time. Where are they supposed to put themselves? But nevertheless, in my opinion, in its literal sense, cura personalis is the way you relate to others with care. Come to think of it, if you're going to ask me, is it like applicable or do I still experience it? Yes, somehow in a day-to-day aspect, especially in the university. But in a different context, because again, the way we deal with students is totally different because of our nature. We termed as formator, and then it's becoming more challenging to live, especially that kind of Ignatian principle, cura personalis. Totally challenging, especially the kind of students we have right now. But nevertheless, the key here is understanding it as part of your day-to-day living. In a sense that you're going to live it out as part of who you are. You have to live accordingly without any bias or prejudices to the kinds of students that you're encountering. Again, it's totally difficult, especially how are you supposed to extend yourself or myself the way I relate to them. Well, like it's because that this is a school, this is an institution, so like but to think of it that we are dealing with grades. Sometimes it's not about that, but we have to go out to the border of literally understanding the people, the students that we are dealing with.
Sir, thank you, sir. So here's our second question. How do you appreciate this value? Is it important or insignificant in your everyday life?
I think it's important. It's because on my end, it um, it bridges gaps, especially that um, who I am and who are you, for example. It's not about like student and teacher anymore, but rather friends. Significant in a sense because you are touching their lives, you're influencing them not only because they're here because they would like to land for a good job, but definitely they're here because they're learning through me, for example. Cura personalis is um, a way of encouraging people because they are motivated, they're inspired to do things great beyond measures somehow. And then all the more that the way you talk with them, it's not anymore as if that there is a boundary between the two of us. But it's more about inculcating and trying to encourage more that they may continue as well to be good not only in school but application of what they are learning inside the four walls of the university as they go outside in the community.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for that wonderful answer, sir. Here is our last and third question. Kindly share to us how to live out this value and integrate this in our everyday life,
Well,
spiritual and temporal.
okay, how are you supposed to live cura personalis? How are you supposed to integrate it with yourselves, for example, together with your groupmates? Number one is that you have to learn how to accept who you are and what you are. Because if you have plenty of pretensions, how are you supposed to relate with others? It doesn't have to be like you're wearing masks all the time, but rather an encouragement of understanding first your strengths and limitations so that you can relate your best, you can relate your personhood, your being to them without any inhibitions and the likes. Because if you live according with pretensions, what do you expect? As the saying goes, you cannot give what you do not have. If you have a thorough understanding of who you are, all the more that there is a significant contribution the way you relate with others. Another thing aside from understanding yourself is that you have to know your parameters as well. Parameters in the sense that sometimes you have to acknowledge that you are tired and weak. you have to also acknowledge some emotions, because again, we are human beings. We get tired, we get frustrated, we get angry, and all. And then if other people are aware of it, all the more that the way you deal with them is literally genuine in a sense. Lastly is that um, breaking boundaries of some sort, because you perceive them not because according to your own biases and prejudices, but rather you respect them as who they are.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time, sir, and thank you for this day. Hello, everyone, and good day.